It's been nuts. Father's Day weekend, so all the Happy Father's Day, belated. I've been super busy with family in town. That's what I kind of love about being in Vegas now. We were in San Francisco previously, and then before that, Chicago. Yeah, I'm from Chicago. We say pop. I don't know if you guys say cola or soda. I mean soda. We say pop. Anyway, so I want to do a quick video on Avarice. I think I finally said that right. And I've been working on this fucking miner sheet. It's not miner sheet, I apologize. Tracking sheet for a while. And I have so many versions of this. If you see here, right, this is the actual... I don't think anyone has data like this. And I don't even know if my data is totally accurate in terms of where I'm positioning the data in the days. And I'm trying to talk to the devs to figure that out. But the idea with this tracker sheet that I'm making is the problem with Avarice, sorry, I'm gonna keep butchering that the entire video, is that it's all based on the idea of when people come in, there's a data comes through, say day 3, there's a total amount of BB that's put in, they take out their 6%, and then there's the allocation per BNB. So basically, it's pretty simple math, right? After the dev fee, what does everyone get if they put in 1 BNB? So for this day 3, it was 2,600 almost, right? Total staked is total staked, right? So basically, what everyone collected on that day and then staked it that day. So the problem I'm having is I don't know, there is no easy way to get this data point on total staked. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to the actual, and I'm getting Ooze Finance. So I'll do a video later. If you're not in Ooze, the launch is today in about an hour. So I'm gonna video that and do my last video on that guy. But so here's the deal. I'm just gonna say Avarice because it's just easy for me to say that way. So in this staked, you got to be on the right one here. Man, I've never messed with Phantom. So like I had to move funds, bridge funds. I've never done it before. Maybe I should have made a video on that, but anyway. And I'm still on the wrong freaking... No, I'm on the right one. All right, so here's the deal. So here's all my stakes, right? And this is total. So right now I'm about 42 BNB and I have about 130 in. Yeah, I have 130 in. So what I'm trying to get to is that, and I kind of lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh, this total stake. Oh my God. Yeah, I've been drinking. A lot of friends and family in town. I love the fact that I'm in Vegas, and it is always a reason for someone to come to Vegas. So if you're not in Vegas and you come by, you can hit up Busta-Grill. We'll grab a drink. Anyway, so if you go to this lobby, what I'm trying to show you is that here, it says total stake tokens. So this is like, I'm assuming for the day, right? Everything that's staked for this day. So I'm gonna start tracking this number and see if that's the case. But the problem I'm having is your percentage of what you get back in terms of your dividends is actually based on your total staked, right? And this is not my stake, right? I have 200,000, right? So this is everyone that's staked in the last, I'm assuming 24 hours. I don't know if this runs or not runs. So I usually take a snapshot of this right before it ends. And then for the day, so in 6 hours, I'll take a snapshot of this. And then that's what I'll use in my sheet. This is overall stake tokens, right? So pretty simple, right? Everything that's ever been staked. I don't think this number is the right number either, because people's stakes come off, right? So I don't think this number ever goes down, is what I'm saying. So if their stakes are gone, then obviously the percentage in the pie actually increases for everyone else, relatively speaking. So I'm having trouble trying to figure out all these little nuances. So, but the way the sheet is set up is basically amount of BNB that goes into the contract. 6% is what they take. The allocation of what the per BNB is. That just means like how much you got for the auction. That has nothing to do with allocation in terms of your dividends. That is something that I didn't realize, right? So just make sure that you get that. That doesn't mean anything. All it means is how much BNB, how much AVC you got for BNB you put in, right? Total stake, like I said, this is the problem number that I think is the reason why my numbers are so off. I don't know an easy way to get total staked. So if you know an easy way to get total stake, please put in the comments and help me out. Then I can update this sheet for everybody. I'm not going to share the sheet. It's just so much shit going on in here. And I'll probably just maybe post this so people can see it in view only mode. If you want that, I could post on a Google sheet and just do view only. I think that'd be pretty cool because I'll update this daily. I have so much invested right now in Ave Maria that I wanted, obviously I'm going to track it. And there's no reason for you to do the same thing I'm doing, right? Anyway, so here's the thing. So after you go to my stakes, which is pretty simple, right? How much stake you put in. So for this day, for day 9, I had a total of 823,000 AVC tokens. And then what is the percentage of the total stake? So it's pretty simple math, right? If this total stake number, if I can get a good reading on this number, maybe it's when I take it. So if you have an idea, like I said, put in the comments, man. Let's try to figure this out. I think everyone's kind of banging their head on this whole thing about how to track what they're going to make, right? I mean, that's all we're trying to do here. It's still printing. It's not printing as much, and I'll tell you that in a second why. So this is the other thing. I don't know. So you stake on 9, right? I put money in on day 9. You don't see the dividends until day 11. So does that mean that your total stake that you're taking your ABC tokens off from is from the day 10? Or is it from day? I don't. There's these little things like this that I think are throwing off the numbers, so that's why I'm not going to show the sheet. But the idea of the sheet is, I think, correct. I just think I might be off in the days, and then besides the days, I might be off in the total stake, which are too big. The total stake is a big deal. The being off like whether it's off a day 10 or day 11 in terms of how your percentage of the pie comes from. I don't think is that big of a deal because it just shifted, if anything, right? But the idea here is that, so for day 1, there was a total of 1,600 BB that went in. Net dev fee after 6% was 1,535. So it means 1,535 split over one day. So here's one thing I'm going to say to you, and this other point of my video is, you got to be early in these things. And it kind of goes without saying in DeFi. Everything is better earlier for the most part. I don't know a reason why it wouldn't be. If you got in at the bell, you're in better position in terms of what you bought, typically, right? And then at the same time, in terms of Avarice and miners and stuff like that, I'm not trying to say this as a miner, I'm just saying in general, you get in early, what happens is this 1,500 is only divided by one day, right? So everyone that got in early is making their ROI in like 7 days, right? Now, people that got in like me and other people, right? I'm assuming they got in like, say, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're not making your ROI anytime soon. It's probably going to be 2 to 3 weeks to make your ROI. So just food for thought. If you're thinking you're going to be making 7%, 8% a day, you're not. And here's the other reason why you're not going to make that is because the beam, and I'm not talking, obviously everything that's going on in the marketplace, in Bitcoin and everything kind of dropping. I get it, right? I'm just saying that it's following. Your ROI is going to take longer because why? Because there's less BNB in there, right? So, and with the fact there's less BNB in there, that means that there's still a lot of people coming in, right? So this number continues to grow, the participants, and you have less BNB to go around, which means you have a lesser percentage of allocation in terms of the dividends that you're going to receive. So are you going to ROI in 7 days like some of the people that, like Thunder Breezy, Crypto Talk, and Thomas G got in here early? No, you're not. You're going to ROI in like 14 to 20 days. 3 to 4 weeks is kind of what I'm thinking if you get in now. Like right now, I only made back, right now I'm at 32%. Oh my God, I hate that. I do that. I'm at 32% of everything I put in. So tomorrow, one of my bigger stakes is going to end, and I'll be able to pull out like 40 or some BNB, but that's only 32% of everything I put in. So I mean, am I going to make this back? Yeah, but look at my ratios in terms of my ROI. And like I said, these could be shifted. It could be throwing it off a little bit, but I've been just keeping a general idea of where all my stuff is, right? So here, I've been, on average, I made 7% over the first 3 days. I didn't capture every single every single day initially. It went to 6%, roughly speaking, 4.3%. And then as of yesterday, it went up a little bit. Sorry, 2 days ago, it went up a little bit because I actually put a little more BNB in. And then yesterday, the 21st, right? 21st? Oh, I'm sorry, 20th, I was not even 3.12%. So it is dropping for me about a 0.5% a day. And it has nothing to do with the platform. The problem is there's not enough BNB going in, right? So if there's not enough BNB going in, look at this. It's the pie is smaller that everyone gets, right? So it affects you in that way. You're always going to get something. It's just a matter of how much you're going to get. So this video is 10 minutes. I guess what I'm trying to tell you is, for me, I'm only 32%. I think this one says 34% into my ROI, right? And I don't know. I mean, is this something I would get into now? You can get a bigger stake into AVC tokens for sure. But the one thing I'm realizing too is you got to keep up. So you got to buy. And the reason why it's great to ape in or snipe into some of these auctions, because you can get a bigger idea of ABC tokens. But if everyone's not getting in, right? So yesterday, right, there was less than 600 BNB. It's the worst day, right? Or the lessest day, worst day in terms of the BNB get went in, but you got the most tokens. So if you get in here and ape in, awesome for you. You got 4,600 tokens, right? But the problem is, what happens if this shit keeps going down? So I guess if you believe, you believe. So you continue to put in. So I'm going to continue to put in one BNB just to do it, because I want to keep up with the Joneses, essentially, to make sure that my ABC token still stays pretty relative. Because if I bought, say, my mean was, say, 1,200, and everyone now is I'm sorry, if my mean was, let me pick a number here. My mean was 2,100, and everyone is getting in freaking at 4,600, right? There's going to be a point where people, this 200,000 ain't shit, right? People will get this for half the money they spent. I'm sorry, half the money I spent. So I think what I'm hoping for, obviously, and this is not just Avarice or Avarice, Mount Everest. This is just everything in general. It turns around. People start putting more money in here. The BNB starts going up in terms of total deposits, and then the pools get bigger if you have a longer stake, right, or a stake. So anyway, that's just some food for thought. I guess to summarize this whole video is, I'm still bullish on Avarice. I just feel like it needs the market to turn to kind of go with it in order for you to continue the gains that some people are seeing, like 10, 20%. That's not going to happen anymore, because you know why that's not going to happen anymore? Is for the exact, and this is when I start seeing like all this, you're splitting the money amongst so many days. So in the beginning, if these deposits were so high, right? So check these out. These deposits in the beginning were so high, like 2,700, 2,900, 2,400, 2,000. But they only lasted, so this one only lasts 5 days. This one lasts 6 days. After that shit starts falling off, all you're depending on, if you're staked longer than that, is the additional BNB that comes into the contract. Now, if this doesn't continue to go up, right? I'm sorry, this right here. If this doesn't continue to go up like it's been declining, your percentage of the pie will decrease, because the pie is getting smaller, but at the same time, the number of participants is getting bigger, right? So anyway, I hope this was helpful for someone that was thinking about Avarice. I'm not trying to deter anyone from getting in there. I'm just telling you what I am seeing. I'm only at 30 to 34. I don't know why it's a little off, but I'm only at 32, 34% in terms of my ROI, and I've been in since day 9, right? So I've been in since day 9. I'm going to get my first dibs that I'm going to collect on 82 BNB today, and that will be about 38 or so BNB, right? So in general, if you're going to get in, you got to, honestly, you have to stay in, is kind of my thought, because you want to wait for the market to turn. So I'm not bearish on this. I'm still bullish on it. I just feel like you gotta stay in, right? If you're gonna go in, you gotta go in. And I didn't realize all these details until now. So hopefully this helps someone out. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Peace. I'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna do Ooze finance update. I'm gonna get into Ooze. I'm not gonna ape it. I'm just gonna get in a good amount, but I'm not gonna ape it. All right, everyone have a good rest of your day. Happy